Yeah.
Welcome back. Today I'm going to be going through my Q&As, which I don't think I ever did. I filmed, or I was going to film a video, and then I never got around to it. So these are question and answers that I send when I send fan mail through the mail or email. Sometimes I put questions and they'll type their answers. But I write out Q&As that look like this. Either write it out or type it out. I try to type it out. And I ask the person if they could sign it, and sometimes I don't get it back, and most of the time I do. And I put about 5 questions per Q&A, and I put the date and the signature on the bottom. I've got about 90 in here. I don't count the ones that are like the pre-printed letters that are just like standard, like, thank you for writing to me. I've only gotten them from Kelly Berglund, Max Schneider, Ari, and Debbie Ryan, but those are like typical letters, and I don't count them because there's no signature, so I can't count it as an autograph. Sometimes when I write emails or whatever, I'll get a little like note thanking me. So from my most wanted Dynasty, which is over there, you cannot see it, from my Dynasty autograph that I got this lovely letter from the crew saying, "Dear Lauren, thank you so much for your kind words about our show. We are so grateful to have fans like you. We hope you keep watching, and we wish you a very happy holiday season." Happy holiday, I made up the word season. All the best to cast and crew, Dynasty Season 3. Next is a letter from an email. So she took it upon herself to write me that letter. It's from Madeline Arthur. I sent fan mail to Tony Calvero, who played Dewey Finn in the TV series of School of Rock. And he answered my Q&A that I wrote. And my favorite part of Q&As are when I'm so into writing that it slants. Next is from Joel McKinnon Miller, who plays Scully on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And then he actually wrote me a letter as well on top of the Q&A. So then I sent to Rick Hall, who is in Casey Undercover, and it was an email, so he typed me this letter, and it was on a recycled piece of paper of a Casey Undercover script, which was so cool. So I also emailed Eddie Shin from Alexi and Katie, and I had questions, and he wrote me this, answering all my questions. When I got my Tennille Arts signed bundle on her website, she also included this card, which I was not expecting, but I love. Jim O'Hare from Parks and Rec. I sent to Luca James Lee, who was in the bold type, and it was an email, so he typed and answered my questions. And then I mailed to Brianna Brown, who was in Dynasty, and she answered my questions. Another Brooklyn Nine-Nine is Hitchcock. I've got Dirk Blocker over here. I sent an email to Anna Marie Dobbins, who was in several Lifetime movies, and she wrote me this letter. And then I wrote an email to Ryan Sands from Marvel's Runaways, and he sent me this letter. I emailed Kelly Perrine from Night Squad, and he wrote me this. I sent to Joe Neves an email. He was the father in Stuck in the Middle, and he answered my questions and wrote me this very long letter, which I know the font's big, but I love it. Like, these people are so busy, and they take their time out of their day to like answer the fans. It just means so much. I mailed to Kate Mara using the Viewpoint LA address, and she answered my Q&A. And then Jennifer Stone, I mailed to her private address, and she answered it. Sometimes when I send emails to crew members, I get notes back. So this was from the Stuck in the Middle cast and crew, And I don't remember who that one was from, but Stuck in the Middle sent me a hat. It's right here. It says Stuck in the Middle, and it says, "That's a wrap on season 1. Love the cast." I emailed Josephine Halpert, and she sent me this super long letter, which was just, I love it. Whether it's one word saying thank you for your letter or like a huge letter in return, it just makes me so happy. I sent to Dree Davis, who was in Pretty Little Liars, and she answered my Q&A. Next is one of my favorites. So I sent Veronica Dunn this Q&A, and as if it wasn't filled out enough, she also wrote me this letter. Like, what? Then Eddie Mays from Teen Wolf wrote me this super long Q&A. And Italia Ricci from Many Things. I knew her from Chasing Life. It's not filming anymore. I suppose I could show you. When I got my iZombie cast autographs, I got this letter from the executive producer, and it's on iZombie like cardstock paper, and I didn't email him. So if you email him, I can't guarantee you'll get anything because I emailed someone who emailed him. So this I love. That was one of my favorite successes. I was not expecting it. Then Nikki DeLouch from Awkward answered my Q&A. And sometimes I put thank you for answering my questions, and she said thank you for your kind letter and for all the support. Aaron Landing from Crash and Bernstein. This awkward Q&A, because I used to put pictures, so Ryan McCartan, that is awkward, but this from Jillian Rose Reed from Awkward. Then here Kamala Epstein from Belle and the Bulldogs, but also No Good Nick. I emailed him and he answered my questions. And then Aiden Miner from School of Rock, I emailed him and he wrote me this letter. I emailed someone from PLL, a crew member, and they said this, and then wrote that, trying to cover their name. I made my dad a TARDIS. You probably just saw the name, but I made my dad a TARDIS and this was a failed print. I love my 3D printer. It's right here, and I made a Yoda for my friend, but this was like a test one, and look at the little head, look at the little hand. I love it. So he guards my printer. Next is Shaylee. She is a singer, and she answered my Q&A. And then this is Matt Ridley from Big Time Rush. He played Griffin. I emailed him and he wrote me that. Makai Curtis from Kirby Buckus. Emailed him, he wrote me this. And Marshall Williams from How to Build a Better Boy. And he said, thank you for the wonderful letter. It was a very kind of you. Also from American Horror Story, Alexander Beckenbridge. She didn't date it, but she signed it. And then Corey Fogelmentis from Girl Meets World. Elizabeth Elis from Every Which Way. And then she also included a note. When I wrote to the Girl Meets World set for the autograph, the cast autograph, people said that Danielle Fishel wrote that. I really don't know, but I kept it because it's a note. This I love. Jesse Henderson from Finding Carter. I emailed him and he wrote me this super long letter and he said, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy season 2. One of my favorites, I was like, what's this big thing? One of my favorites is this Keke Palmer letter she wrote me from Broadway. I tried to meet her and failed and she felt bad and wrote me this. And then, like I was saying before, typical letter, that's from Kelly Berglund. And also American Horror Story, we got Jamie Brewer. Here we have have Ashley Aragata from True Jackson VP, and I also have a little photo there. JT Neal, who I knew from the Haunted Hathaways, but now he's been in other things. And I asked him for his fan mail address on Instagram, and he sent me it, and I included this Q&A, and he goes, "This is amazing, wow, you are awesome," and answered it. And then when Sabrina Carpenter would answer fan mail, I sent her a photo of the Girl Meets World cast, and I was like, "Hey, can you get this signed by the cast?" This was before I knew the cast answered through the set address, and she said, "Lauren, so sorry I'm not with the cast this summer. Thanks for the love and support. Hope you like the pictures." And she signed it, which was like so sweet, because sometimes when I ask for cast stuff, like cast signed autographs, people just ignore it, and I just loved it. It was so nice of her. So then Hayden Beverly from the Fosters, back when I watched, I emailed, and they wrote this. This one is Dylan Riley Schneider from Kicking It. He wrote me this. And then Amelia McCarthy, I was like, oh my god, that had her email, but it didn't. It wasn't her email. Wrote me this. Debbie Ryan, just a standard letter. And then Aiden Minks from Ant Farm. And yes, one could say that's a pre-printed signature, but it's like basically printed on a piece of paper. I mean, I guess it counts, but I don't know. Then Marie Cheatham from Sam and Cat. There we go. Then Real Mangini, his autograph, and then his letter. One of my favorites is Ella Anderson, because I sent in 2013 before she was on Henry Danger, and it's just so cute because you could tell she was little when she wrote it. This is from Mike C. Manning from Cloud9. Both were emails. No, that's a lie. Mike was an email. Ella I actually wrote to, and she took it upon herself to write that. Jessica Garcia from, from Liv and Maddie. And then on the back, she wrote, "Thank you so much for your letter. It was really sweet, and I hope you like season 2. It has been so much fun to shoot." The next is super cool. It's from Doug Brochu. He said, "Thanks for the letter. I'm excited to see what the future holds as well. It makes me so happy that you enjoyed SWAC, Sunny with a Chance, so much. Thanks for all the support." And then Melissa Carchi from Every Which Way. The next one has my address and the person's name, so I'm going to quickly just read it. "Dear Lauren, thank you so much for helping make the Disney Channel show Ant Farm a success by supporting the cast and watching the show. Enclosed, please find an autographed copy of Carlin Jeffrey among several other copies for your friends and family." I literally have 8 of his autographs. And then Alana Gregory from Crash and Bernstein. Autumn Wendell sent me a few things. I emailed her. She sent me this answering my questions, and then this letter. It's really cool when you get stuff that's like personalized to the show. So from Cole Jensen, I got this. He was the star of Crash and Bernstein. Then Sarah Gilman from I Didn't Do It. Reagan Burns from Dog with Blog. I also included a photo there. And then this is from Keegan Allen. When Keek was a big thing, he wrote that. So, of course, I saw him on Keek. Remember Ariana's Keeks? Oh my god. That was iconic. I miss that. Paris Burlek. Oh my gosh. There we go. And then Ashley Benson. It's a standard letter, but this is actually her handwriting. The Dear Lauren part. Next is Ava Cantrell. She wrote me this letter, and then when I mailed to Bridget Mendler, she sent me this, and it's from like her legit like stationery. Like, what? It's just so cool. Speaking of cool, when I emailed Brittany Curran, she sent me this card. It was folded, but I unfolded it. And like, what? What? That's so cool. And Danielle Soberman signed and then wrote me. Another Kelly Berglund. With another Kelly Berglund. I kept sending for photos updated of her because I knew she replied and I wanted like her through the years on Lab Rats pics. Then Progressive. Let's not talk about that. Then I sent a letter to Jake Short's someone, not gonna say who, and he wrote this. And at the time I had no clue about Mighty Med and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited, and it was really good. I missed that show. My Ariana fan club letter. I'm not crying, but like, Christina Chipload. Oh my god, Courtney's mom? Is that Courtney's mom? Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna read this. The official sites and her Twitter and Facebook are the same, but the YouTube was Oh Snap It's Ari, and her merch website was ariana.merchmo.com. Oh my god. And then another Debbie Ryan. This I treasure forever. It was also my first autograph. Zoe Berger, I sent her this Q&A, and she also said I was her first fan mail in this letter. This is not my Q&A from McKenna Grace, but I'll take it. I mean, also, who do you love writing fan mail? Who would ask that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not mine, but I kept it because I'm not gonna throw it out. It's signed. Then we got this. Was actually from her. Jack Griffo. And then Dylan Schneider. It's just some stuff. Olivia Holt. I included a photo. And Alana Gregory. Why is her letter not near it? That's beside the point. She also wrote me a letter, if you recall. Then Kayla Massonet. And then Piper Curtis said, also, you were the very first fan letter I ever read. I love that. I was two people's first. Denise Wilson over here. Joey King over here. She says she would be a doctor or surgeon if she was not an actress. And she says Selena Gomez is such a sweet and amazing person. Kat McNamara. Nicole Anderson. This is terribly coordinated because Denise Wilson also wrote me a letter and it's right here. But Landry Bender. And I think Landry also wrote me a letter. Why are these out of order? Literally from 2013, so this one is so cool. It's Sabrina Carpenter before Girl Meets World aired. So I said, when does Girl Meets World come out? I'm so excited to see it. This was in 2013 and she wrote 2014. And she said that her song right now, her favorite song right now, was Anything by Lorde. Look at that. Look at that date right there. And then Kelly Berglund. Let's just ignore that. We're not going to talk about that. This is terribly out of order. It's making me very mad, but I'm not. Oh, Kelly Berglund had my favorite song. I saw it was Dark Horse, and I was like, me too. Okay, Landry Bender. It's annoying me. It's out of order. And then Brendan Meyer. Oh, she says she would love to meet me too. Tenzing Norgay Trainer from Liv and Maddie. Oh, this one. I wrote to Tiffany Espenson. That was butchered. Espenson. Tiffany Espenson. And look at that. Look how cool that is. So I guess you could call this a autograph. Austin Mahone. And where I left off before my binder was going to explode. Max Schneider. So, these are all my Q&As. And if you want to write a Q&A, I recommend you type it because it's a lot neater to type than write, and try not to like have it slant. But the typical questions I ask are, what's your favorite episode of blank if they're from a TV show? I ask if they could guest star in any TV show on or off air, what would it be? I ask their favorite memory from set, what made them want to be an actor or singer, who was the first cast member they met and their first impression of them, what is their favorite, and then I do like animal, TV show, movie, song, and then I always thank them for answering my questions. And that is 7 years worth of Q&As right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was kind of long, but it's so rewarding when you send someone something and they actually answer it and they add something on top of it. Like and subscribe if you want. Somehow my channel is blown up, so thank you for that.